Hello friends, Hail Tales here. So today we're going up against Team 42, so let's dive right in and compare the athletes. Top lane's looking like it's going to be alright. The harass rate's going to be a little low on our side, but that shouldn't be too scary. Their card attack rate's kind of high as well, so we could look to ban something out like Cube. Jungle's looking pretty even. Fight Evade's a little higher on their side. Mid lane harass and card attack rate's pretty low, so we're going to have to plan around that. Same with bot. The harass rate is really low. The card attack rate is pretty damn low, so they're going to have a really strong bot. Support's pretty even. Okay, so we have to look out for bot laners. Here in this patch, bot lane wise, I think Baji, with the version rules that we have going on, with the increase in all the crit and all that, is just, he's going to get so strong. So we're banning Baji out for sure. And I think we're going to also ban out Kamatachi because we tend to play multi-hit characters, and I don't like Kamatachi. Bart and Bunu Sean are definitely two characters we've been playing pretty heavily, so it's obnoxious to see them banning that out, but that's okay. Their character-wise, we can look to ban out Frank or Cube in the top lane just because those two can get really strong. I think we'll go ahead and ban out Frank because we don't have a lot of options to deal with him, though we could go through Wolfgang, throw him up against that. That could be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and ban out Frank, see what they pick here. Alright, so they're picking Palulu, so they're going to have a pretty beefy front line if we let them happen. So, with that in mind, how are we going to try to get around that? We can go with backline AoE damage, so we always have a way to target down the backline if they get too scary. We can go with Crank. Crank's always good to help burst that down. Dylan we can use to buff up. It's a little hard to see what exactly we want until we see the rest of them, so let's pick lanes that we know we're going to use. So picking our jungler, for example, is fine, and I think picking our bot lane's fine, and then we'll fill in the blanks after they pick in the next couple of characters. Jungle-wise, I think Manta is still really strong, so let's just go ahead and lock in him. And then bot lane-wise, we know we're going to be in a quote-unquote losing lane attribute stat-wise, so we want a strong bot lane. So I think we're going to go ahead and lock in Elmi. Okay, let's see what they pick. Aurelio in the jungle, Mercy in the top lane. That's going to be a really tough melee front line to take down without good damage. Okay, we're going to go Mihawk here in the mid lane to help out with some of the beefier targets that we're going to be facing. Two bans here. We want to ban out strong melee options from their mid lane. I think I'll go ahead and ban out Babe and Tiger Boy, actually, because I don't care what AD carry they play. So let's ban out Babe, see what they ban. Wolfgang, that's fine. And Deadfire, that's fine. Let's go about it. Ban out Tiger Boy. Force them onto Fatty White if they want to go full melee. Wukong might be a good option here. I don't think we're going to get a lot of use out of Cube, though she is a great long fight expert. Damage-wise, bot lane, we might need a little more damage in our life. I think we're gonna bring in Wukong here. Yeah, let's bring in Wukong. See what they pick here. Fatty White, Ada. Okay, so they're gonna be low on damage, high on health. Since they're low on damage, we could go Tivy to help keep our guys alive. Mihawk is going to be pumping damage. Elmi and Mont are going to be pumping damage. Wukong, we need to be as tanky as possible. Could go Tivy to help heal everybody. She also debuffs Dispel. Takes away debuffs, but there's not a lot of debuffs that they're going to actually have on their team. Could also go Beverly if we want to designate and try to beef up Elmi really fast and save one of our turrets, but I don't think that's necessary. I'd like to go Dylan, but I think I just have better options, though I could use my green health bottle to keep boosting up Wukong, build Sledgehammer and Wukong, and get him to actually be pretty dang tanky. Ooh, that could be nice. And then we could use red on Elmi and farming on Mihawk potentially, or just farming on Elmi is also really nice. Alright, so right now we're deciding between Dylan, Tivy, and Crank. Beverly we know we don't actually need in this situation. There's nothing to dispel. We're not thinking about losing any of our lane. We don't think any of our lanes are going to lose super hard for turret health either. So Crank here is going to be great for helping us get extra damage out. So if we're thinking we need more damage from a separate unit, we bring in Crank. Or if we want to buff somebody up, we bring in Dylan. They don't have a lot to counter any of the buffs. It's just, do we want to use all that energy on Dylan's stuff? And I think we do. Okay, we're playing Dylan. Crank would have been fine, but I think Dylan is going to be a little better here, and we'll buff up Elmi, because we'll also be able to buff up Wukong. He's building Sledgehammer, so he's going to actually be able to hit pretty hard. He's also going to run Envelope for that dueling capability. Gorgeous shield to keep him alive. Monta's build here with the field hit. We don't have a lot of field hit stuff, so actually I think we're going to take this off. We're going to build slightly different. Could go Boxing Glove. Could go Boxing Glove, Mask of Fury, Unlimited Chip. Or we should go Masking Fury first. Early buff. That's fine. Mihawk. Big boy. Big boy, lots of expensive ass items. Do we want a slightly cheaper build here on Mihawk? Ooh. Ooh, do we want a slightly cheaper build? We could take out Fake Antiquity and put Brain in a jar. And then do I don't have like a lot of presence on our Wukong though. And I don't want to swap over to the Taunt textbook because it's just like so expensive. Fake Antiquity. I think this build right here is just a little too pricey for what I think we're going to be able to pull off here in this game. So I think we're going to go with Brain in a Jar instead. Elmi's build. I don't think we're going to go with the Carnivore first. Honestly, I don't think we're going to go with it at all. I think we're going to go Unlimited Chip here, and then we can go Energy Storage Chamber and try to just slowly get beefier and beefier, because I think we'll be able to keep Elmi alive for 6 rounds. We'll have some presence on Wukong, get him super buffed up. Or should I go Boxing Gloves just for the crit damage and try to just burst through? Go Boxing Gloves here. And then with Dylan, this is fine. Okay. And then we're going to want to go bot lane first on this one. I mean, we're going to want to be able to gank bot lane once we get our 8 energy first. So we'll go top first. We path to the bot for the gank. Alright, so top lane should go pretty even. Mid lane should go in Mihawk's favor, but it might not because the athlete stats are so different. Bot lane, we built a really harassy-based bot laner, so we should be able to bully out them. Polulu has a huge health threshold. She's at 25 and she's not going back yet. Protagonist on the bot lane, he's diving on in. Does this bring Monta in? No, he's going onto the mid lane because it would bring Monta in on the bot lane. So he's going on the mid lane. 3 rounds, 844 health. He's definitely dead with the Ada support being a triple shot or the double shot. 2 crits out of Aurelio as well. Big missed. Oh, double miss. Huge. Huge to the mid lane. Still pushes him out of lane. Gets a little pressure on the mid tower, but nothing too crazy. I don't think I want to initiate on the bot lane, or do I? Do I think I can kill Polulu? Or are there just better options? Because I could undercurrent. Ooh, I could overpower rapid shooting and then undercurrent. Rapid shooting could potentially push Polulu out. Doesn't push Polulu out. That sucks. Overpower. Alright, we're doing it. We're overpowering, and then we're going to undercurrent to force him out of lane as well. So now we're both forcing our mid lane out of lane. So he doesn't get ahead in the tower pressure. I don't get ahead in the tower pressure. Neither one of us get a kill. That was crazy how he did 87 damage. Come on, Monta. What was that 87 damage hit? Alright, so it pushes us both out, so neither one of us are going to get ahead in tower pressure. I didn't see a kill on the bot lane at all, and I thought saving the tower pressure was better than using my green pill and my blue pill. I could regret that. Probably wanted to use the green bottle. I shouldn't have used the random shooting because there's just too big of a chance with Aurelio right next to us for us not to hit Polulu, but I really wanted the Polulu to go back to save our bot tower. But in hindsight, not the best idea. We have balance, but we're not going to have blue pill, so that sucks. That's really lame. That's very, very lame. We have the Descent if we need to use it. The bot lane, perfect opportunity, starting at 3v4. Oh, God. 3v4 is kind of scary. Let's see what... Ooh, big miss on Elmi here. Stun on Elmi, which is kind of obnoxious, but it's okay. Ooh, their damage is not very high. Another miss on her. That sucks. She could have pushed somebody out of lane. could get a kill here if we double shot. Nope, didn't double shot Polulu, but that's fine. Nobody dies. Easy. Okay, nobody dies here. Our bot lane is surprisingly healthy. Their bot lane surprisingly weak. Big runic ward right there coming in. We're probably going to end up using the Descent here. Yeah, I think we're using the Descent on the bot lane. Does it bring in Aurelio, though? It's like, ugh. That's so annoying. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're going to Bludgeon Bash. Polulu, we missed. That sucks. Diving on in. We're not getting the turret or anything. They're all pretty low. Elmi's also pretty low, though. Getting through the shields through Runic's ward was also pretty nice. Do we actually get a kill here? Oh, a big miss coming out of Dylan. That might not secure a kill there. Ooh, Dylan does get Polulu down. Oh, big miss coming out of Elmi. No kill there. Darn. Couple misses, but not bad. We at least get one kill. Does leave their top lane up to be able to push in. We're going to go ahead and perfect tempo with Elmi here because we need to start getting them buffed up. We haven't been able to use any Dylan cards yet. Our bot lane's going back, but they're leaving. Oh, damn, they left Ada in lane, but she's fine. Dragon fight, that's really nice. Let's go. Our bot lane was able to go back just in time. So shout out to them for that. I thought we were going to lose some tower damage, but it doesn't look like we are, so that's really nice as well. Now, it's only one kill in the dragon fight, so should have no issues going through this, even if we focus down their melee. We probably would have liked to kill their back line just so we could push down bot lane without too much issue, but it's okay. We're going to have a decent trident here. Actually, we're going to have a dog shit trident here. No, we have a decent trident. I would like to get them back one lane here, though. I do have teleporting for support if I want to teleport to the bot lane with our mid laner who's going to get jumped on here. Gold Rush into a 6-cost initiate or Gold Rush stacking. We're stacking Gold Rush. Completely fine. I think we're teleporting for support and initiating. Yep. Okay, so we're teleporting for support, we're initiating, and we're using Indestructible because we have Sledgehammer on Wukong, so we really want to start pumping up health. So we treasure, Indestructible, teleporting support, down to the bot lane, using a full 6-cost initiate. And we're using her initiate instead of this one because this one's farther in our hand, so it'll stay in our hand. And we want to have it for the next round. Okay, hopefully this secures us 1 kill at the bare minimum. We're hoping for 2. We're hoping for 2, but we have a lot of misses going on. They got pretty good field hit on their characters, stat-wise. Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay, double kill. Great. Big damage from Mihawk's one attacks. Dylan also has good damage there. But Elmi is definitely putting in work for us. This gets us decent damage on the bot lane tower. We have 4 damage each round on the bot lane tower because we have 1 dragon, which increases the damage we do to towers by 1. Which is really, really nice since we're doing 2 damage per round on the bot lane. It's going down by 4 health. We have red powder, free firing, and initiate on the bot lane. I don't think they're going to jump at the top lane. 5-cost Traveler's Blessing. Aurelio did just finish their Sledgehammer, so we have to watch for that. Let's check items real fast. Fatty White, and okay, so their bot lane still hasn't finished their first items yet, so we could look to engage because both my support and my AD carry have their items. So we could look to engage if we wanted to. We could I don't know, Dylan's a little low. We can instead just field poke them, try to get them out of lane. I think we have to red powder Elmi just because we have it and we haven't used it yet. And we have a pretty low cost build going on with them. Crossfire, it's a 71 and a 57% hit rate. It's just like so low, and free firing is also really low. But I think if we fight, do I want to fight just to see the difference between the items? Because I have Mask of Fury, but I have to crit for that, and I don't have like super heavy crit chance right now. But I have Fragile Item Sticker, which could help. And I don't have anything else I want to use right now, so okay, let's try. We're gonna fight the bot lane here primarily just because I want to see the difference in damage when I have 1 item over them at the moment. So let's see how crazy Elmi damage can get. That's a big crit right there, Elmi. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a huge crit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that one item ahead right there. Elmi's able to do crazy damage. We're just barely able to keep Dylan alive. Hashtag worth it. Hashtag worth it. Mm-hmm. We want to keep Avatar in our hand to start getting those tokens up to get to 6, which we are going to get to now. Do we want to fight this? I think we do. I think our damage is just so much higher than theirs. They're just not scary in the damage compartment wise. And Mihawk, really good against those high health targets, so his damage is going to be great. Manta is just great in this meta because of the items we have available to us. Aurelio is also really good in this meta, so we have to watch out for him. He's going to get really good. So, oh my gosh, guys, no, everybody's missing now. That's like 5 misses in a row, boys. Just kill Fatty White. Manta, don't you? Oh, I cannot believe that just happened, guys. How many misses are we gonna have? How many misses are we gonna have? Aurelio just Shrek'd us, but that's okay. We're still pushing in the bot lane. We have that increase in tower damage by 1. Now they have that increase in tower damage by 1, so we've got to be a little careful with our towers here. Okay, we're gonna green bottle indestructible in the top lane most likely because we don't really have anywhere else to do anything. Ooh, are they jumping on Wukong? Nope, Gold Rush at the mid lane. Infernal March, gonna get them a decent amount of energy. Do they have a 6-cost initiate? Traveler's Blessing instead. Piggy Bank, 625 bonus gold to Ada. Catches her up a little bit to our bot lane, but our bot lane's so far ahead. Even with her 625, she's still 1,000 behind, basically. Alright, green bottle top lane. Indestructible the top lane. Do I want to heal everybody? What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Ooh. No, that brings me down to 2, not 3. I'm an idiot. Do I need to recall anybody? No. Rapid shooting just doesn't hit ever. I'm going to end turn here. I'm not going to do anything quite yet. I want to see what we pull into instead. Confrontation's easy. Drain Soul for the healing, I think we'll use. Okay, so it's Drain Soul. What's up, boy? Give everybody some big health there. We'll blue pill. We really want to just push our bot lane pressure. And then I think we end up just perfect tempoing here. Dragons in 6. Pushing Polulu out. Ooh, we're going to be right under their tower here soon in the bot lane. We're winning the harass rate pretty well. We might be able to push Polulu back to base here. Have her not participate in the dragon fight. Quick recall. That's obnoxious. It's a good card to have. Quick recall is always good. Runic Shield on Ada as well. 2 rounds before dragon. So we get to go right before dragon. Can we do anything crazy here? Can we do anything crazy? If I descent onto Polulu, it does bring in Polulu and Ada. And then I also have enough to Trident. Okay. Alright, we're jumping on Polulu. It brings in... Oh, it brings in the turret, though. It's like, what the... Do I want to deal with the turret doing 250 damage each round? You kidding me? Oh, it's disgusting. Confrontation also brings in Ada. I don't think I want just my bot lane fighting. It's like, ugh. Bringing in the turret's so obnoxious. My Trident's not very good either, but it could guarantee the kill. I think I'm doing it just because it's so important to get this objective. Because it increases the tower damage. So I think the turret's not going to be too crazy, and Elmi's damage, very nice. Even if we're hitting Ada here, Elmi damage, oh, just killing Polulu right there. Okay, so this guarantees us the objective, and it keeps all of our guys alive, even with the tower damage. Elmi's crazy right now. Elmi is absolutely crazy right now. We're saving the 2 energy. It's not worth just getting one thing. Obviously, we're taking this. They probably won't fight it. Thank you. Now we have even more damage to use. We might be able to take the bot lane turret now just with Elmi because we have that bonus damage. Okay. Gonna get the mid lane tower as well now that Fatty White went back. Actually, we're not gonna get it. It's a lot more health than You've got to remember that the mid lane tower and the top lane tower have both increased health on this patch for us. Runic Shield on the bot lane. Infernal March, gonna get a decent amount of energy back, so they're gonna be up to 5. They don't have anything crazy. Traveler's Blessing. We have a 4-cost close out the game, which just means a 4-cost team fight. Obviously, we treasure everybody. We're going to red powder Elmi here. Indestructible. I can confrontation Aurelio. 2 rounds with Manta and Mihawk is actually a pretty good amount of damage. Or I can close the game out with a 5v5. The 5v5 is only going to last 5 rounds. And it's like... Let's check out items first before I do this 5v5. So they have a decent amount. Their bot lane's still missing their 2 items, and so is their top laner. Their top lane is missing their textbook, and their bot lane's just about to get isolated penguin. So if we do want to do the 5v5, it's a great chance to do it right now before they get that isolated penguin. So let's test out our damage. Let's see how crazy we're getting here. We have good health stacking up on Wukong here. He's got 577 attack damage with that sledgehammer coming through. The sledgehammer's 59 attack power. Ooh, big crits, not big crits, big stuns on the enemy team. Not too bad crit damage coming out of Elmi. Ooh, big crit coming out of Wukong too on Fatty White, even with his 106 armor. The fact that Fatty White has 106 armor and we're still bursting through him that fast is really nice. Polulu with her 115 armor is pretty obnoxious. Aurelio's got 50 regular armor, so we should be able to breeze through him once we start targeting down him. Yep, 939 on the crit for Manta. There's pretty nice. Alright, so we're pumping damage here. Mihawk's doing a great amount of damage with very little investment into the character, and then obviously Elmi is doing phenomenal. Down in the bot lane, we've been focusing a lot with the fights in the bot lane. Elmi with her overspeeding, she pushes every time she gets a kill, and she participates in the fight. So we've been able to push down those towers a lot. Top lane and mid lane both get their towers. With our objective bonus, we're doing 2 extra damage every hit to the tower, so they're easier to take. Ooh, Dylan's a little low on health, but it should be fine. I think we should be able to go ahead and kill the bot lane. The real question is, do we just surprise assault and do the 3v2, or do we descent for the 4v2? But I think with our crit rate, Elmi doing so much damage, and Manta also doing a pretty decent amount of damage, I think we can just go ahead and surprise assault. I don't think we need to use the descent, because we want to keep him up here so that he has the potential to push in and hit the tower, because even if he hits the tower once, it's good. So, let's surprise assault. I don't think Dylan's going to die. If he does, unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure Elmi just 2-shots both of these guys. She'll 1-tap Polulu, yep. And then even when she misses her first shot, she still kills. Dylan just barely survives, 331 health, which is nice. Do I want to bludgeon bash their top laner right before Herald? They're not going to actually take the fight for Herald. But I am going to do it just in case. It's only perfect tempo there. Might want to look into bludgeon bashing Fatty White instead, because he's the one stacking more armor. We'll fight here, even though Dylan's back in base. That's why he's not participating in the fight. So if you guys don't remember, I have the option on where we're back in the Nexus. We don't participate in the fight. I always like playing with that one just because it requires more strategy. Successfully taken all the towers. We made sure to focus the objectives. We lost one in a surprising fashion, but so far we've been able to keep all of our towers alive through just smart play and making sure we're not giving up pressure when we don't need to. Protagonist here, are they jumping on somebody? I don't think they actually kill Mihawk with these. Though Aurelio, with the items that we have, is pretty scary. Though he goes Sledgehammer, which is interesting. He gets a big boost of AD through that. Damn. Nice damage, nice damage. Surprising to see Sledgehammer on Aurelio, even though he's not going to be stacking too much health. Green Bottle, we're going to be using that on Wukong. Blue Pill, Elmi. Let's view our tab, see who's going what. So we don't need to give any more gold money to Elmi. We probably should have used our farming on Mihawk or Wukong. I think we're going to go ahead and give Wukong the treasure, get him his 3rd item. Yep, so he has his 3rd item now. He's going to be ready for the late game team fight with all of his items. Because I don't think, even if we gave that money, I don't think Mihawk would have been close enough. He's $8.99. He needs to get a little more. But we got 3 characters who are going to have their full item set for this late game team fight. Okay, let's see here. Damage-wise, Blue Pill. I don't know, man. Do we even need to use Blue Pill? Do we have better options here? We could Trident. We'll use Blue Pill on Manta. Trident down for 2 pieces of farm and also harassing Fatty White, pushing him over there. I don't think They don't kill our mid lane in time. They don't kill our bot lane in time either. And I don't feel like fighting their top laner, obviously. Alright, so let's enter endgame there for a second. See if I don't pull in any buffs right before the next fight. They don't kill bot lane, so they don't get the gold for it. Oh, they do kill bot lane, so they do get the gold for it. That's obnoxious. I forgot they had one objective, so they have slightly more armor there. Okay, so we saved our energy. We get rewarded with green bottle, which is very nice. Very nice to put on Wukong. Just make sure he gets even tankier. He's going to hit even harder. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we're going to waste time using any confrontations or anything like that. Obviously, we're not going to poke because everyone gets healed to full. So I'll recall just for the hell of it. And then we'll end turn here, start that 5v5. Even if you're back in the Nexus, the 5v5 counts everybody always and everyone gets full HP. Should be able to breeze through this. We got 3 characters with 3 items. They have a couple who are not, who just barely got their second item. We're going to buff up Elmi here. This dude comes some stuns. 13k coming out of, oh my god, 23k crit coming out of Elmi there. Oh my gosh. Big crits. Big crit damage. Phenomenal for our characters there. I don't think it's going to be very close in the slightest. They just don't have a lot of damage. Throughout pick and ban, we saw that they were lacking in big damage. The most damage they have right here is Aurelio. We were able to force them onto a fatty white pick. As soon as we saw Polulu early as well, we knew that their bot lane was going to be easy to harass through bot lane. So I think Dylan was a good option here. I think Dylan was probably our best option. Just gave our bot lane so much power to get ahead in. Easy peasy. Alright, so that was a good match right there. Obviously, I think Elmi's getting the MVP here. I think it's going to be no argument. I want to make sure Mihawk gets his love, though, because he held it down in the mid lane. He did bring in that little bit of extra damage that we were looking for, while also bringing that little bit of extra sustain and a little bit of extra tankiness. He's just a good all-around mage to pick. We didn't use his cards too crazy, though. 36.8% of the damage. My gosh, she went 9-0 and 8, 100% kill participation. Incredible play from her. All 5 stars. Does she get a full 10 out of 10? She does. A 10 in the bot lane, a 10 for the Dylan in the bot lane as well. Everybody else above an 8.5. That was a great match coming out of the team there. Good picks all around. Wukong was able to hold his own, so he had a surprising amount of damage in the top lane through sledgehammer usage. I think the enemy could have built a little better items on Aurelio, maybe built them into a bigger threat there. But like I said earlier, forcing them, I think they picked Aurelio first, and then we saw an early Marisi and an early Polulu. We kind of knew what we could do there. Ada's also pretty low on damage, so that was a pretty nice, easy fight there. If we look at the damage, you can see we kind of blew everybody out of the water in every lane except for Jungle. Jungle was pretty close damage-wise. And then they were just not able to be tanky enough to survive through that. We were able to hold the lead the majority of the game. So that's it for that game. Thank you guys so much for staying into the end. We'll get into the next game here very, very soon. I want to thank you guys for the support on the series and also all your guys' comments. They're very fun to read. I'm really enjoying doing what we're doing. If you guys have any ideas for videos, just let me know. I can go through whatever you guys are looking for. And then once we start getting into the next leagues, we'll also go over buying heroes and what we should be looking for. And I mean, buying athletes and when we're trading them up and starting our youth academy athletes and all that as well. So anyways, once again, thank you for staying to the end and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.